What's going on, everybody? My name is Vistastructions. Thanks for tuning in, and welcome to another Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3 gameplay commentary, where I talk about things on my mind and in my life. This time, I'm going to be doing a little bit of a mid-season update. So in this commentary, I'm going to talk about some of the things that have happened in the last 6 weeks, my thoughts about my personal life, and my thoughts about gaming life, and the state of this channel. In the background are going to be 6 mo.a.b streaks. The first one's going to be a 20 on Dome, and then I get outspawned. The second one's going to be a 21 on Terminal, and then I get trapped on a corner. The third one's going to be a 22 on Bootleg. The fourth one's going to be a 23 on Interchange, with Infinite Shocks getting a double mo.a.b. The fifth one's going to be a 23 on Terminal, and then I got stuck with a Semtex. And the last one's going to be a 19 on Arcton. So it's been about 6 weeks since I've done the last commentary, and about 6 weeks have passed since the start of Clerkships. So basically, I'm in the middle of surgery right now, and it's been an interesting experience so far. So the month of June was pretty difficult for me. I started hitting the ground running, and I was in the operating room basically from 5 a.m. to like 6 p.m. every day. You know, very long days, had to wake up at 4 a.m., go to the hospital really early, and, skip breakfast until like 7 a.m. Just a lot of life changes, and I have to get used to working on a team, get used to interviewing patients, used to doing things on my own, used to just being in a totally different way of thinking, way of doing things. And it still takes, I'm still adjusting to it, to be honest. I think that, it's an ongoing process. The typical day for me is wake up at 4 a.m. or a little bit after, brush my teeth, wash my face, go directly to the hospital, start pre-rounding on patients, looking at the charts, talking to patients, and then reporting to the team at 6 a.m. or whenever the residents get here. And then we round again, and then, we run the list at basically around 7:30, sometimes depending on the team. And that's when I would get my first breakfast. I'd shove a sandwich down my throat. And then 8 o'clock, procedure starts. And I have to be able to know what the procedure is, the indications for a procedure, the complications for a procedure, and things that I want to look out for when the surgeons are doing what they're doing. So these days have been pretty intense, and you can be scheduled for 3 or 4, maybe even 5 procedures, and it does take a wear on you. And I had to be standing up for 3 hours, 4 hours at a time, not going to the bathroom because I'm scrubbed in. You're sterile, you can't do anything. You have to put your arms, your hands a certain way. You can't touch XYZ. You can't touch most of the things on the outside world. And it's just a very, very different way of working with stuff compared to regular, medicine or other types of stuff that you would see out in the real world. So, it's been a huge adjustment, really tiring days. Basically, I go home, eat, shower, and just crash on the bed. I don't really have much time to study. And so I try to get as much work done in like the downtime, between cases, just do a couple of questions here and there, just reading up a couple of things. But it's been really tough, man. It's been, just a really difficult month. So my rotations that I've been on were colorectal surgery. I had it for about 3 days. Then I did plastic surgery for a week. Then I did vascular surgery for 2 weeks. And then currently, the month of July is relatively free/chill for me. I'm not going to say free because, I still have a lot of obligations, but the hours have been pretty good so far. So I'm kind of outpatient for the entirety of July. I've done a week of family medicine the first week of July, and then this week, as I'm recording this video, I wrapped up 1 week of ophthalmology. So, they've been a little bit more chill, they've been a little bit less demanding, a little bit more just shadowing and not you talking to the patients. So, it's definitely a big of a change. I've been able to, so far these 2 weeks of July, I've been able to do more problems, learn a little bit more, read a little bit more, have more time to myself. And so it's a good change of pace for sure. Now, I know that at the end of July, come August, I'm going to have to be on my A game again, have to go back into the OR, and the other rotations that are going to start in August are going to be pretty tough. But I must say that through all this, I'm grateful that I'm having surgery first. I imagine it's really difficult if you're in, surgery in December, January, February. You get to the OR when it's really dark outside, and then you get out at like 5 p.m., 6 p.m., and then it's already dark. And you don't see sunlight for a couple months. And that's just not something I'm willing to put up with. And I know that as the year goes on, people get more burned out because you've been at it for so many months. And then to go into the hospital for like 12 hours, 13 hours out of your day just to retract and do very little, and kind of missing out on your study time while you just don't really care about what they're doing is a really difficult pill to swallow. So I'd rather have the tougher rotations out first. And that was why I was very strategic in scheduling this year, my third year. So I did schedule surgery first and then OBPs, which is another tough rotation. And getting those out first, I think was going to help me mentally and physically. So very glad that I'm on this trajectory because I know life could be worse. Now, in terms of gaming, I find that I have less time to game, less desire to game some weekends. I just, most of the weekends I've been spending at home cooking, cleaning, resting up, studying a little bit, but just taking it easy because, I'm just tired. And sometimes I hop on to PlayStation 3, Modern Warfare 3, older Call of Duties on PS3. I just don't find as many people as I have before. I feel like it was around May, maybe late April, May, that I saw like a pretty steady decline in players on Modern Warfare 3. Some of my friends have also noted that, but I'm not really sure if it's just I'm looking at the wrong times, we're looking at the wrong places. But it's okay, we do go through phases of being enamored with Modern Warfare 3 and just being burned out of any game, actually, so I can't see myself taking a slight break from Modern Warfare 3 or Call of Duty in general in the next, couple months. I can't really pinpoint when, but it's just, it's just for my own health, for my own mental health, also for, just life in general. But I really enjoy every single time I get to play Modern Warfare 3 with my friends. And most of them have been on the weekends. I don't really play too much on Friday evenings these days anymore. I'm not really sure why. I think it's just, I'm just tired by Friday, to be honest. I think it's just me trying to get to bed at like 9 p.m., 10 p.m. And that's another thing while you're on like these rotations. You have to be in bed relatively early. You have to wake up at 4 a.m. or maybe 5 a.m. if you're doing other rotations that don't have to come in as early. But still, it just sucks, man. It really shifted my body clock. And so that's why I've been just tired at like even 8:30 p.m., 9 p.m. So that's just, I'm just trying to sleep as much as I can, get as good of sleep as I can. That's kind of spilled into all the other domains of my life. Now, one thing that I've been a little bit more active on is Dance Dance Revolution. I did talk about Dance Dance Revolution in a commentary about last year, I want to say, a little over a year ago. What's interesting is that now in Allentown, Pennsylvania, I live about 15 minutes, like 10-15 minutes from a Dave & Buster's with DDR. And so I try to go there once every week, schedule permitting and my own health permitting. But it's been really fun. Unfortunately, this DDR is not on the latest version of DDR. And the DDR at Dave & Buster's is currently on DDR Ace 2.0+. It's like about a 3-year-old game at this point. Holy shit, I just realized it's been 3 years since DDR Ace 2.0+ has been released. My god, time flies. But yeah, it's just, so there's a little bit of a lack of content. I feel a little bit of stagnation at times. Some days I do well, some days I do a little bit less well, but it's been keeping me, ironically grounded. Just spending time outside, away from studying, in an arcade, is keeping me grounded. And I'm really glad to be able to be in a position where I have a DDR. So I know a lot of people who don't have DDR at their disposal or don't have the latest DDR. So yeah, I'm definitely feeling blessed about that. Otherwise, sometimes I'm going outside to, drive a little bit over the weekends just to take my car out, see different places, explore this area. But yeah, otherwise my life has been relatively unimpressive other than school and then home and then, you know, sleeping. So in terms of this particular channel, I still see myself uploading at least once a week. I have enough content for at least 1 video a week, maybe 2 videos a week. If 2 videos a week, I probably stick to the same schedule. I'm actually working on another single player playthrough project, which stay tuned. It might get released very soon, so be on the lookout for that. And maybe other than that, I'm thinking diversifying my content a little bit, just for my own sake and for, you know, the channel's sake. A little bit of Stepmania, a little bit of DDR, like actual me playing DDR, if I can get people to record for me. I don't know, different stuff. Maybe like, you know, doing some step charts on Pump It Up / DDR or whatever. You know, I think the sky's the limit. As you know, I'm pretty passionate about rhythm games, dance games in particular. That's the other domain of kind of my, you know, gaming life, so to speak. Yeah, we'll see. I just really wanted to think of, there's some ideas that I'm playing with right now, and yeah, you'll maybe hopefully get to see more diverse content from me, not just Modern Warfare 3 content. So yeah, I think that's going to do it for this video. Thank you so much for tuning in and listening to what I have to say. If you did enjoy this video, don't forget to like this video, share this with your friends, and subscribe to my channel. I'll see you on the next one.
Enemy care package incoming! Drone incoming! Suck it up, focus on the next battle.